Hello everyone and welcome to Black Soul. I am Swapnil Raja, your host and guide through the exciting world of front-end development, coding and everything related to web technologies. Today I'll be demonstrating some mind-blowing stuff in our coding adventures. Your support means the world to me. If you enjoy the code I'm about to showcase, show some love by hitting that like button, dropping a comment and subscribing to the channel. Your encouragement keeps this coding journey alive. And by the way, if you are interested in exploring the source code for today's demonstration, you can find it at HTML5 and CSS3.org. I'll mention the link in the description. Now, without wasting too much of your time, let's dive into this coding adventure together. Let's get coding.
Let's start with creating the basic structure of HTML first. So title, yeah, name it like candle animation. You can set something else, and a style tag which I'll use for styling the element, and section. I'm going to name it this section. I'm just assigning a class name like center, and inside that big class wax. These are the naming. I'm creating the class with this name. So later candle week, the blue, and the bleach. So 1 2 3 4 5, we have a 5 paragraph element with different class name. So I'm going to create the class for each para, and so before doing that, for entire HTML, let's set a font size like 11px, and for body the background color should be 000. You can just see the live preview in the right side. So after creating the body style, I'm going to create the style sheet for center class. So for center, so width should be 100px, and the margin should be like 2px and auto. Now create a wax like structure. So for this, first set width should be like 180px, and height should be 270px, and background should be like f5 f5 f5. So, and border, set a border radius for this border radius, and this would be 50px around. So I'm simply trying to create a structure like candle. So box shadow, I'm going to put some shadow, and set 10px minus 40px, 20px, and 10px, and the color for this should be RGB 0 0.3 and 0.7 and 0.2 the opacity. Also the another box shadow should be like inset minus 50 px, 60 px, 10 px, RGBA 0, 1.0, 2.5 and opacity 0.2. So here's a bit mistake. I put the space after RGB, which should not be there. Now it's looking like a shadow effect. So make the position relative for this div and to margin top the space will be like 300 px. So that's all for the wax. Now I'm going to create the flitter design. So for the flitter, so at the width like 60 px and height should be like 90 px. And background for this tip should be like has ff6100. Guys, I have memorized the code for this thing, so I have used the color code. You can choose according to yourself. Background and make this tip position absolute. So absolute and from top like 15 rem and left should be like 53%. So basically I'm trying to fix this in center, so 22, maybe 50 or 51 should be better. Okay, left and now make the transformation. Transform, translate minus 50%, 50% and make the border radius also. Border radius should be 50%. And now set filter blur 40 px. So and finally the animation. So animation flitter 0.2 second infinite, and also make this 53 so it's, or maybe 54 so it should look like in the center. So now it's looking like in the center. Maybe 56. Now it's looking like in the center. So since we have called animation flitter, we will need to create the keyframe for that flitter. So keyframe and identified as the filter. So each 40% the opacity should be 0.6. This is the filter. So guys, you can see that there's a filter animation there now. Now I'm going to create the candle wick like design. It's basically a burning stick like design. So candle wick, I have already created the class here. Let me copy it and paste it here for no conflict issue. Candlestick. Now make a width like 10px and height should be like 45px, and make the background color like hash 331800. Okay, so you can see here like this plater is the candle wick is coming. Now we will need to make the position absolute. So position absolute, and from top like 24 rem, let's put it and see where it goes. And from left it should again 56%, so it should look like it's in center. And make the Z index like 1, border radius for this candle wick like 30%, 10%, and 5%. So it's looking like a bit good. Transform, translate, minus 50%. So now it's a candle wick like design. Now creating some more effect. Like we have created the candle wick, I need the blaze design, So let's create it. Blaze, we have already created the class here. Okay. So blaze, let's define width is equal to 30px, height is 110px. So background again, this time background. So background should be RGBA 254, 254, 254 and 1. It's not exactly the white, but it's nearby the white. Has a mistake. Okay, background this. Also make a gradient effect in the background, so put the background again, linear gradient. I need white 70% and transparent. So now, so we have the div here of blaze. Now I'm going to design it a bit more. So firstly make the position absolute. And from top like 30 rem. This will be good, I think. Left from again 56%. Now that's a bit far, so less 53, maybe 54 should be good. Okay, 54, and so let's fix this more, a bit more. Transform, translate, minus 50%. So now this is 56. This will be fixed on 56. Okay. Now, since we have defined the transform, let's set transform origin also. So 50% and 100%. The transform origin should be like, let's make the border radius also. Border radius should be like 50%, 55%, 20%, 20% again. So top right, bottom left. Less 50 should be 51, a bit more. 20 should be 22. So it's looking good now, I think. So border radius, and we also need to define animation for this. So it's really like the candle is lightning. So make the animation again. Animation name should be blaze, right? 5 second, linear, infinite. So now, since we have defined the animation name, we need to create the keyframe. The keyframe identifier name should be blaze, and at 0%, it should height. So initially we have set the height 110px. This time I'll set 138px something at 0% and 100%. Max here 0 to 100, 138px at 50%. The height should be 158px and at 100% the height should be again 138px. So I'm just creating a effect. So this is the animation. Now I'm going to set a blue color effect. So I'm seeing that it's only going to top to bottom, bottom to top height. I also need to sync between left to right. So also create animation like blaze 2 6 second linear infinite, and create again a keyframe. So basically copy this, paste it. This is the blaze 2, and from 0% it should be transform translate minus 50 degree, minus 50%, and rotate minus 3 degree approx. So transform, translate minus 50 and rotate minus 3 degree, and copy this line. At 50% it should be translate to minus 50 again, but rotate the plus 3 degree. And again copy and paste this thing. At 100% translate minus 50, rotate again minus 3 degree. So guys, now I think it's not working. It should rotate like, it should move like left and right a bit, but it's not working at all. So let's find the issue. Where is the issue? So it's a space issue, I think. This was due to the space issue. Now since we have created this, we need to create that blue structure. You can see that I have created already a paragraph with blue class. So we need to create the blue structure. The blue. So this time it should be 30px. Height should be 70px. Background should be RGBA, basically creating a blue color. 123 253 0.6. It's a mistake. Okay. Now so where is that blue color? We still cannot see that. It's blue color. So make a box shadow also. Shadow like 1px minus 30px, 40px, and 1px. The color should be like this. Now it's showing. Also insert 4px, 1px, 5px, 1px, RGBA. This time I'm putting the value of RGBA 123 253 0.7, and one more insert like minus 2px, 1px, 3px, 1px, and this time again RGBA 1 2 3 253 0.7. So now it should look good. So this is the box shadow, you can see. So let me first make this div position absolute, so it's visible from top. So make the position absolute, and from top it's like 20 rem maybe. It's look good. 21. Okay. And from left it should be again 56%, but this time This time I can see that there's a problem. Okay. Transform, transform, translate, minus 50%, so it's now in center, and make the border radius also. So border radius should be 51%, 50%, and 45%. Also make the Z index. So 1, mistake, the comma. One mistake is comma. So guys, finally found the bug. The bug is the first thing is here, we have put some space here. This shouldn't be here like this. And the second one is that in the blaze section I have used this transparent word which is mistyped. So this should be like this, transparent. Now you can see that this is the design of the candle we have created. So if you really liked my video, hit like, comment and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. Thanks.